Hello everyone and welcome back to my class. Today in this video I will cover class 8 maths chapter number 9 exercise 9.5. So till question exercise 9.4 we have completed. So in this video I will cover exercise 9.5 question number 1. Use a suitable identity to get each of the following product. Okay, so we have to use a suitable identities, okay, to solve the following question. First one is given x plus 3 and x plus 3. So we have the first identity, which is that we have total 4 or 5 identities, isn't it? So I will show you the identity one time. So these are the following standard identity, okay, algebraic identity. So first one is a plus b whole square is equal to a square plus 2ab plus b square. Second identity is a minus b whole square is equal to a square minus 2ab plus b square. And third identity is equal to a plus b, a minus b is equal to a square minus b square. Then one more is there, a x plus a, x plus b. Now you can see here common variable is there and a and b is constant, okay, two common variables and a and b is constant. So x plus a, x plus b is equal to x square plus a plus b x plus a b. That means a multiply b, okay. So this four identity is important for class 8, and in the higher classes you will get more identities, okay. So for this class you have to by heart these 4 identities. So using this we have to solve exercise 9.5. So which I have shown the 4 identities. Please by heart all the identities, okay. So for first question we can use the first identity, x plus 3, x plus 3 can be written as what? X plus 3, x plus 3 can be written as x plus 3 whole square, isn't it? Both are of same terms, so we can write what? X plus 3 whole square. Now we will use the first identity. So identity 1, what is the identity 1? A plus b whole square is equal to a square plus 2ab plus b square, isn't it? So we will use this identity. So a is equal to x, okay, we have to assume a is equal to x and b is equal to 3. So a plus b whole square is equal to a square. So what is a here? X square, isn't it? So x square is equal to 2ab, that means 2 multiply a multiply b. So what is a? X, isn't it? And b, what is b? 3. Then plus b square. So what is the value of b? B is 3, that means 3 square. Now x square plus 2 3s are 6x plus 3 3s are 9. So this is the answer for first question, okay. So what identity we are using? We are using first identity, isn't it? Using this identity you will write using a plus b whole square is equal to a square plus 2ab plus b square. So x plus 3 whole square will be equal to a square plus 2ab plus b square. That means x square plus 6x plus 9, okay. This is the answer for the first question, okay. Now complete this. I will erase now. So question number second is also 2x plus 5, isn't it? This one also you can use the first identity, so I will keep this as homework. Now 3 question is given what? 2a minus 7, 2a minus 7. So you can write what? 2a minus 7 whole square means we will use here second identity, okay. A minus b whole square identity we have to use here. So for say 3 question, 2a minus 7 whole square, isn't it? We can write 2a minus 7 whole square, and here we will use second identity. So second identity is equal to what? A minus b whole square is equal to a square minus 2ab plus b square, isn't it? Now here what is the value of a? If you will combine these two, what is the value of a? A is equal to 2a, isn't it? So 2a minus 7 whole square will be equal to Now a square means what? A means what? This is a, isn't it? And this is what? B. So here you will write 2a whole square minus 2 into a into b. So what is a? A value is 2a and b value is b itself, isn't it? And plus b square. That means plus b square. Now what you will do? Now you will break this, isn't it? Now 2a square, that means what? 2a square means 2a into 2a, isn't it? 2a square means 2a into 2a. So 2 will also get square and a will also become square. So 2 2s are how much? 4. Okay, and a square is equal to a square only, isn't it? So don't be confused. Don't give 2a whole square in this way. Okay, you have to put bracket because this square is for 2 also and for a also. Now minus is there, so minus will be there. Now multiply all the numbers. How many numbers? 2 numbers there. 2 2s are how much? 4. And what is the variable? A, b. So 4ab plus what is remaining? B square. So what is the answer? 4a square minus 4ab plus b square. So this is the answer for question number 3. Now come to question number 4. Okay, please complete this in your notebook. Now question number 4. Question number 4 you can see 3a minus 1 upon 2 and 3a minus 1 upon 2. That means we can use here second identity, isn't it? So what is the value of a? A is equal to 3a and b, in place of b there is 1 upon 2. So how you will solve this? Now 3a minus 1 upon 2 can be written as what? 3a minus 1 upon 2 whole square, isn't it? So both are same, means if we write a into a, we can write as a square. In the same way 3a minus 1 upon 2 can be written as 3a minus 1 upon 2 whole square. Now what you will do? We will use the second identity. This is the second identity, isn't it? So what is the identity? A minus b whole square is equal to a square minus 2ab plus b square. So we have to write in the solution, we have to write the identity also, which identity we are using. Now 3a is equal to a, isn't it? So a is this is 3a, this is a, and 1 upon 2 is what? B, isn't it? So 3a minus 1 upon 2 whole square is equal to 3a whole square. So 3a whole square minus 2 into a into b. So what is the value of a? A is 3a, isn't it? So I am writing in the inside the bracket, or you can write minus 2 into 3a into 1 upon 2 also you can write, or you can write inside the bracket. Now that means they all are in multiply. Okay, now again 1 upon 2 whole square. So b value is 1 upon 2, so 1 upon 2 whole square. Now 3 3s are 9a square, isn't it? Now here this is denominator and this is numerator, and so 2 2 will get cancelled, because if it is fraction then numerator and denominator can be get cancelled. So what is remaining? 3a is remaining, and plus 1 plus 2 whole square. 1 plus 2 whole square means what? 1 upon 2 whole square means what? 1 upon 2 multiply 1 upon 2, isn't it? So 1 1 jar 1 square is 1 itself, and 2 square is 4. So our required answer is 9a square minus 3a plus 1 upon 4. Okay, very simple. Just we have to use the identity. So for solving all these questions, so we have to learn the identity. Now come to next question. Question number 5. So question number 5 is given 1.1 m minus 0.4, then again 1.1 m plus 0.4. That means 1 is minus and 1 is plus. So this will be of so here we can use which identity? So here we can use the third identity, isn't it? What was the third identity? A minus b, a plus b is equal to a square minus b square, isn't it? Now we can use this identity, okay, because here 1 is plus, 1 is minus, and both are same, isn't it? Both are means terms are same. So a means first is equal and second one b, isn't it? So and they 1 is in plus, 1 is minus, so we can use the third identity and we have to solve this question. So this we can written as what? Now using this identity, this is the identity, isn't it? A plus b or a minus b. Okay, either you are writing minus first or plus first, this is same. So one will be in plus, one will be in minus, and both term will be same. So which we can written as a square minus b square, isn't it? So simply this can be written as a square minus b square. So this is equal to a and this part is equal to what? B. So a means what? 1.1 meter, or sorry, 1.1 m whole square, isn't it? So this square is for both the terms, so you have to put inside the bracket whole square. Then again 0.4 square, isn't it? 0.4 whole square. Now what you will do, 1.1 m square means 1.1 m into 1.1 m, isn't it? So they are multiplying two times, so what you will do, 1.1 will multiply with 1.1, you will get 1.21, isn't it? So m into m is what? M square. Then again 0.4 square is equal to 0.16, so it is minus. So this is the answer for question number 5. Very simple. Okay, when you will multiply 0.4 into 0.4, 4 4s are how much? 16, isn't it? So after decimal, how many digits are there? 2 digits are there. So before 2 digits you have to put point, and before point you have to put 0. So 0.16 means we have to say 0.16. After decimal we count single terms, not 16. We have to say 16. So this is the answer for question number 5. Now come to next question, question number 6. Question number 6 is given a square plus b square, isn't it? So a square plus b square. So what are the terms here? A square and b square are the two different terms, isn't it? So here you can see, now here all are positive and here a is negative, isn't it? A square is negative. That means what we can write? B square plus a square, and the another will be what? B square minus a square, because in the second term b is in minus, isn't it? In second term a is in negative, and in first term both are positive. So we can alter this and we can write like this: b square plus a square and b square minus a square. So which we can use the third identity, a plus b, a minus b is equal to a square minus b squares. So we will use the third identity. So start our solution. So this can be written as what? We will rewrite this. Okay, so it is b square plus a square and b square minus a square. So we are doing rewrite. Why? So that we can use third identity. Okay, so third identity is a plus b, and a minus b is equal to a square minus b square. Now which is a is equal to this, and this is what? This is b. Now a square. So a value is given how much? A value is b square. So what you will write? B square, then again whole square. Okay, b square, then again whole square, then minus a square, then again whole square. Here square is also there. In place of a, what we have? In place of a we have b square, isn't it? So a square will be equal to what? B square whole square. Then again in place of b, what we have? A square we have. So b square will be equal to what? A square whole square, isn't it? So in this way, now b square n square. So 2 to the how much? This will get multiplied. Okay, 2 to the 4, then minus, then a square, again whole square. So 2 to the how much? 4. So answer is b to the power 4 minus a to the power 4. Okay, b to the power 4 minus a to the power 4 is the answer of question number 6. Now come to next question. Question number 7, I will keep this as homework. Okay, question number 7 is homework. Now question number 8. So question number 8 is given what? Minus a plus c. Again minus a plus c. That means we can write what? Minus a plus c whole square, isn't it? This can be written as what? Minus a plus c whole square. Okay, we can write in this way. So here we can use what? We can use a plus b whole square formula, and we can use a minus b whole square also. If you will rewrite this, we can write c minus a whole square, isn't it? So this can be written as what? This can be minus a plus c whole square can be written as c minus a whole square, isn't it? C minus a whole square. So which identity we can use here? A minus b whole square is equal to a square minus 2ab plus b square, isn't it? So we will use this identity. So what is the a? This is a and this is b. Now a square, that means we have to write c square minus 2ab. So what is a? C, and b is what? A, plus b square. So b value is what? A square. So now c square minus 2ac plus a square. So this is the answer for question number 8. Okay, so you can use both the identity. You can use the plus one also. If you are using the plus one, then a value will be minus a. Okay, a value will be minus a. So we are doing rewrite. We rewrite this minus a plus c is written as c minus a whole square, isn't it? Because they are same. So c is positive and a is in negative. So a minus b whole square formula we are using. So a minus b whole square formula is what? A square minus 2ab plus b square. So we got c square minus 2ac plus a square. Now come to next question, question number 9. So question number 10. Okay, question number 10 I will give as homework. Now I will solve question number 9. So x upon 2 plus 3y upon 4. Then again x upon 2 plus 3y upon 4. The terms are in fraction. Okay, the terms are in fraction, but we will use the same formula. Okay, we will use the same process how to solve this question. So this is in plus, that means we can write what? X upon 2 plus 3y upon 4 whole square. So first identity we have to use, isn't it? So which identity we have to use here? First identity. So here this can be written as what? X upon 2 plus 3y upon whole square, isn't it? 3y upon 4 whole square. Now we have to use this identity, isn't it? A plus b whole square means first identity we have to use. That means a value is equal to what? A value is equal to x upon 2 and b value is equal to what? 3y upon 4, isn't it? 3y upon 4. Now a square means what? We have to write x upon 2 whole square. Okay, we have to give whole square because this square is for both the terms, for x also and for 2 also. Okay, so we have to put whole square. Then again plus 2ab. Now 2 is from formula 2, isn't it? Now a, what is the value of a? X upon 2, and there is no square. And b, for b also no square. What is the what is the b value? B value is 3y upon 4, isn't it? 3y upon 4. They all are in multiply. Okay, they three terms are in multiply. Then again b square. So what is the value of b? 3y upon 4 whole square. So this square is also for both the terms, for 3y also and for 4 also. Now if you will break this bracket, x square is equal to x square. Now 2 square. Okay, 2 square means what? X upon 2 whole square means what? This square is for x square also and for 2 square also. Okay, so x square upon 2 2 ja 4. Now here you can see this 2 and this 2 will be get cancelled, isn't it? So because this denominator and numerator can be cancelled. Now what is remaining? So for number, what constant coefficients is remaining? 3 upon 4. 3 upon 4, and what are the variable? Xy. So 3 upon 4 xy. Then 3y whole square. So 3 3 is how much? 9. Y square is y, and 4 4 is 16. So our required answer will be x square upon 4 plus 3xy upon 4 plus 9y square upon 16 is the required answer of this question. So hope you have understood. So any doubt you can ask me without hesitation. Now come to the next question of this exercise. Question number 10 I kept as homework. So please solve the question and share it with me. Okay, in this video I will cover till question number 1. Okay, in the next video I will again come with the explanation of question number 2 of exercise 9.5. So thank you all of you for watching my video. And please do like and subscribe to my channel. Bye bye and see you soon in the next video.